This is all for the finals, guys. All that matters is finishing into top 8. Beautiful shot there with 2 HP. 52 damage above the surge. That is so close. He would have otherwise been taken out. So a frame perfect shot. It was about to tick over. Oh no, they jump in. Couldn't get the reset in time. Oh man, unfortunate.
Chubbs and Twix were coming in, as was the zone. Not a lot for Oliver OG to do there. Again, you know, Storm Surge, troublesome for some of these players. Twix and Chubbs, they got to get a move on. Going to be jumping in at the vehicle there. They'll quickly be able to get to the Storm. To back up the point that you made earlier, though, MDF, you know, big game potential here for DGen and Yamzo, right? Because Glace and Chucky went down. We know Macwood and Donnie went down, but let's not forget Beef and Nick, who were actually in second place, also went down. So DGen and Yamzo have a big opportunity here to, you know, create a gap between them and the rest of the leaderboard. Little bit of a chill zone going on now, you know, not a lot of people doing much. We see that 70 player count has been hit, so everybody knows, okay, we're good on Storm Surge until the next one comes, so we're just all going to relax. If we look at the Storm, though, a lot of water included in this one on the east side, so they're going to see a lot of players bundle up here on the west side where there's actually some land. You don't want to base yourself up in that water. It is hard to traverse sometimes, and there we go. We see DGen and Yamzo. They don't have any elims yet, so hopefully they are chilling on Storm Surge, and we'll see how they play this one out as the next Storm is about to show itself.
Yeah, definitely. But we all know Yamzo has the tendency to take a fight, so it's just a matter of time at this point as they're sitting at 0 eliminations. How much Storm Surge have they managed to put down in the game? DGen and Yamzo opening the bills just as we talk about that aggression that typically comes out.
Whoa.
Oh, little boost. All right, it works in their favor, though. Doesn't completely throw them off here. Those little only in Fortnite type situations almost occurred right there, but it's okay. Okay, so look, DGen and Yamzo get to get first dibs here. This is honestly prime real estate. They get to also sit on some material that they can recycle. This is one of the few pieces of land, and look at that. They fire away the logs. So yes, they're clearing out the location, just conditioning this little piece of land. Oh, I was going to say, did they actually just get hit marker over there? That was bulldozing right into a potential team.
You know, it's interesting that they actually didn't build up any higher than they did. If we look at the map again, on the west side, there are a lot of teams that got to come into the zone here, right? And really the only place where there's land that they have to go is this little island. So they're all going to funnel in and potentially build up on top of them. But Clarity G and Slacks finding themselves in a fight on this western piece of land that I just recently talked about. A lot more than just Clarity and Slacks involved, though. A couple of teams over here. The shambles here is that Cody guy right there. He's going to be disengaging, though. Clarity and Slack's going to be happy with the loot they find. They know that the storm's going to be closing soon, so they know that they got to make this rotation soon. The water, a mode of transportation for them, and picking up a quick elim. That team over there had no shield, so very easy for them to find that, and they know that they have no shields, and they know they're potentially even further shambles than what they can tell. Going to be going for the piece control, playing it safe, playing it smart. Here's the other player jump in the water, and again, they're just happy with the loot that they find. Very well played from Clarity and Slacks. They're going to be happy with that quick amount of storm surge that they find.
Not only that, the material, the refresher to come into the new zone, find a knock. It couldn't work any better for a team. Cold is going to find Larson in the field. That, my friend,
there we go.
Is a big, big exchange. If you've been following along since game number 1, Larson and Smite have been the key reasoning to their difficult time so far today. They had to adjust their entire strategy, so things come full circle. I hope we caught that one in the package. We'll see if we can see what happened and unfolded there. But for Bully and Dusky, who are now in 6th positioning here, 90 points on the board. So 90 points is our top 6. That's a lot of points, guys. You saw, though, a ton, and I mean tons of teams are hovering around the 70 and 80 point threshold mark. So the standings are so close. Here's Yuz and Okus. The first time we really get to see them in a battle. And unfortunately, they're under some serious pressure here. A couple armed walls come down, but no. One should have been thrown up on the ceiling. Okus now left to fend for himself. Can he get to Yuz in time? No, down body gets full finished here. Wants to fight for the loot. Little doesn't know. Users jumps on into the box there. Big pressure from up above as well. Okus has to be so careful here. Okay, snatches up some of it. Yes, he actually needs this here.
Going for the wall there 3 times in a row, not going to get it. A little bit unlucky. Okus played that very, very well. He kind of disengaged, and then as soon as he heard the shields break of those other 2 players, he re-engaged. He's got 3 Stinger SMGs, all of which were purple rarity or higher. He's going to be opting to drop on. Probably going to take the web shooters. He's definitely going to need it, because if we look at the zone point all the way up there to that northeast location, and if you were, wow, Bully here, showing off his parkour skills, walking right on top of a tree. You know, he's got 100 mats to work with. If he can make this rotation on foot, he can potentially create solo clutch opportunities. He's going to hear a player land around him, going to make sure everything around him is covered. Eventually, he'll build in once he thinks that it is safe, and there we go. He's going to build himself up in some metal, keep himself safe. And again, Clarity G and Slacks finding themselves in good positions to where they can just spray some players and find some quick eliminations from distance.
Yeah, it's little things like this, guys, that give us a deep appreciation for FN competitive. Watching the master rotates from someone like Bully, now watching Clarity G and Slacks just play such a executing at the highest level right now, finding multiple refreshes, finding these angles, these positions in from the low ground, aiming and targeting teams up above just off the terrain knowledge is just so well he played right now. And take a look here, we get to watch this back here, how it all began. Here's the setup from Clarity G, the big tags for the MK7.
Oh my.
Trying to slide to get away, but you just can't. Clarity, one of the most disgusting shots in Fortnite. You just watched it play out there in real time. GG's for him.
Yeah, and that's not an easy shot to make, right? We think about it, Chapter 3 just recently introduced, so sliding a mechanic that was implemented along with the release of the season. So a little bit of different momentum there, right? Players got to adjust to that momentum that players will have to be able to make those shots. Clarity obviously been putting in some practice, but you're paying attention right there. Cold picks up a couple elims, but maybe even a bigger bit of a development. Yamzo is all by his lonesome. These are current, and Yamzo is left to solo clutch and hopefully, you know, keep that top spot.
Oh, Muzz fighting for high ground. I don't know if I saw Avery there, so these guys will be at the top of the standings if they manage to get all the way to endgame. Bully on the other side, he might have had great rotates, but unfortunately might have made a little mistake here as the pressure comes. Naturally, you're going to get targeted here. He did not reset the wall behind him. Small mistakes like that will get you, quickly taken out. On height now, though. Another exchange. Polarized and Nico on top. They need this victory out so badly. They've been having a struggle of a tournament, but they shut down Macwood and Donnie over at the Daily Bugle. Now taking this game all the way through to endgame. This is going to be a confidence boost for them, which is going to spell more and more trouble for Macwood and Donnie for the next game.
Yamzo on the low ground, he's doing it for the duo. I mentioned how he was gonna have to clutch up to keep that first place position alive, and yes, Sento as well, finally finding some success. Ooh, Yamzo, too aware for a player to be lurking underneath his own builds. What a great spot he is in right now, though. Actually gets tagged. Ooh, he's still got a lot of mats to work with, though. Great builds coming out. He knows he's got to go up the hill, so he's slowly working his way up as he builds away from those players. I like this play. Taking a little bit of a detour into the zone a little bit. Mindful of high ground. We know that they can do a lot of damage in very quick succession. And again, Magnolio goes for a quick little couple of shots on him. Does some damage, but nothing to be worried about. Sent it over there. Backside of the zone. Actually goes down. Yamzo to do it.
Yeah, a little wide shot right there gives us Pamstone and Thatch on height right now, so they could be making their return into the standings too. Yamzo gets the wall opened up and shut down, so first place is now out. More room for the top here. Clarity G and Slacks managed to find themselves into the triple-digit mark. This is a 108-point breakthrough for them. Every team that falls is granting them more and more points. Take a look here, 6 elims as well. There's a player behind this wall, but will they open up? Yes, of course. Slacks is looking for Clarity G, leading this rotate out at the bottom. Calm and collected. Day and Clicks managed to make an endgame too. But this is Pam and Thatch's game. They're in 11th place. Can they do something even bigger? We'll find out. Beautiful angle here from Clarity G on the low. Shots are coming out. Can they get the full rip through? That's a great tag there. No shield break. It's Day and Clicks on the other side of the barrel, facing the pressure on height. 3 elims now. The champs are trying to come back here. They've been on a tear. We've been hyping them up. We know how good they are. They need to show us right now. How can they close this game out? 2 builds now for Thatch. Have to assume Pamsu barely has any. Yes, so that means they're committing down here. Sneaky and Statics at 9 eliminations. They're fighting for the spot right now. This is a top 10 fight here. Can they break through? No. Sneaky gets shut down. The Vets are just a little bit better. Statics as well. And a quick elimination here for Pamsu and Fatch, who both win their ones there. GG's for them.
Fatch and Pamsu to close it out. Another one of those situations actually where we find that they actually take high ground, right? We saw a different team up there not too long ago. Then all of a sudden Pamsu and Fatch are like, hey, listen, we want to be able to just walk straight to a victory royale, so we're going to go ahead and take it. But Sneaky and Statics, who ended up coming second right there, had a total of 9 eliminations, so not too shabby for them. Pamsu and Fatch going to be finishing out there with a total of 6 elims and the victory royale. That's going to be a huge swing in the leaderboards. Again, let's remember, we had a lot of our top 10 contenders go down earlier before they even made it to the end game. So